the end of October now, but looking back over the year, I wasn't going to put some of the things I'd done on, but for me it's been a bit of a success from one or two things, so here goes. I've never been that good at growing tomatoes, so this year will be the first sort of crop I've had. These are the ones that I've picked about 2 days ago, various stages of ripeness, and after having left them for about a week or so in a closed bag or just with a cover on them in the fridge in the dark, they seem to be ripening off, because the only thing I could read is that they need a gas called ethylene. Some people have mentioned putting bananas in, I haven't. I've just covered them and put them in a fridge. This year I've been growing cherry tomatoes and cocktail tomatoes, and I stuck to just using grow bags in a spot in my garden that's sheltered, and it gets the sun from early morning until early afternoon. Now I've let the tomatoes grow really quite tall, and you don't have to pinch out these varieties, it says so in the instructions. So cherry and cocktails, you don't have to pinch them out, and as you can see they're sort of grown on these trusses all the way up the washing line. This one is called Sweet and Neat Red, and I bought some of them from Blue Diamond Garden Centres, and the other one I've got is called Super Sweet 100. You can just about make it out there. And basically, as you can see, as I showed you, you do get decent crops every few days coming along. Just been a bit later than I thought. They haven't really sort of started cropping till about 2 weeks ago, so not until first week in September. Every few days I'm just going out to pick them, and as you can see, some of them seem to be getting quite nice and ripe in this sunshine, which is, technically speaking, some people say it's autumn 1st of September in England. The best results I've had for one single tomato plant this year has been using an ordinary large garden pot, plastic pot, filled with Blue Diamond compost from the compost bag, and that single tomato plant, which has got cherry tomatoes in it, has been my best cropper, best single cropper. I did try growing some of my Aldi supermarket tomatoes. I grew them from seed. In other words, I got the crop last year, which I grew from seed, and then I grew the seeds from that this year. They've been okay, but not as good as buying ones already, you know, well on into the season. So I might try growing some from seed from these cocktail and cherry next year. I'll see how I get on. Despite all the rain this year and these extreme weather, the rhubarb seems to have survived okay. I planted these seeds fairly early indoors, and then have hardened them off, and the early reds, Victoria and Glaskins, have all survived. Here we have the early red and well, that's the early red here, and Glaskins. So the rhubarb seems to have done very well growing from seed, so I'd recommend people try that. I even collected some myself from the allotment and I've grown some of them from seed. But these ones from seed packets I've bought have been brilliant. And here's what my tomatoes look like now. You wouldn't believe it, would you, after all those beautiful tresses? But I have to recycle it all, won't I? And the rhubarb, well, they're still surviving out here in October, ready for planting out on the allotment. That's it from me today. I thought I'd keep you updated on how it's getting on with my tomatoes and my rhubarb projects, and I'll be looking into some other things. I'll keep you posted.